Hello everybody, and welcome to the Fortean Slip Bedtime Stories. Tonight, the shocking true story of the Maine Ridge Monster. This story is told from the perspective of the young man who was there that day. In 1988, when I would have been around 13 years old and my father 38, we were fishing for brook trout in Northern Maine. It was a beautiful early summer day and the fish were biting. This particular area of the Maine woods is extremely thick and dark. We were wading down the brook when we noticed the half-eaten remains of a snowshoe hare lying on the bank of the brook. On closer examination, we noticed that the head of the hare was half-eaten. Anyway, we had caught our limit of brook trout that day and we were heading back to the truck, which was parked about 5 miles away at the end of a logging road. This is the road we followed on the way out. When I say logging road, I mean an old logging road which has not been logged in over 30 years and was very grown over, but made for easier walking than through the thick cedars. We didn't talk much on the way down the road until we came across an old cabin deep in the woods. We stopped to sit down for a while and rest. We noticed a logbook on the table, and we read it, and throughout the book were the entries about the owners of the cabin seeing the ridge monster, as they called it, and they gave details about the creature. Rested, we walked on down the trail when all of a sudden my father stopped dead in his tracks. I figured he was taking another break, so I stopped and examined some flowers on the ground. When I looked at my father, I saw a face on him I had never seen before and hoped to never see again. He was looking toward a small opening in the forest for perhaps 15 to 20 seconds. I became concerned and asked him what he was looking at, since female moose have their young this time of year and are usually very protective. We had seen plenty that day when he suddenly grabbed me and told me to hurry. My father was very uneasy. We made the 5-mile trip out and back to the truck in record time. I still had no idea why my father was in a hurry. It was hard for me to keep up with him since I was so small, and he is a man over 6 feet tall. When we got to the truck, he told me to get in with a tone of voice I dared not disobey. On the ride home, he told me the incredible story of what he'd seen. At the time we rounded a small corner in the trail, my father had caught movement out of the corner of his eye. When he looked up, he saw what could have only been and was a Bigfoot, the Maine Ridge Monster. My father described the creature as being at least 8 feet tall and estimates it weighing over 500 pounds. The creature had one long arm grasping a tree and 1 foot up on an incline in the forest floor and remained there staring at my father and I for about 15 to 20 seconds. My father said it seemed to be bored with us all of a sudden and simply pulled itself up with one hand grasping the tree and silently disappeared into the woods.